Tesla just sold nearly 80,000 electric cars made in China in June. Add that together, right, with what's going on at Berlin, Texas, California, and we've got an incredible rest of the year for Tesla. But frankly, I've got to say, I am a little bit shocked. I really didn't expect Tesla to deliver 78,000 vehicles made in China in the month of June. I mean, it just seems insane considering the current restrictions, what's been going on in China. And honestly, I couldn't be more happy. I'm really happy for the company. I'm happy for the people buying Teslas. I'm happy for us in Australia. We get EVs. All of our Teslas come from Australia. Once Tesla can start ramping up again, and I mean, they're about to close the factory again for a few weeks. But once it reopens, things are going to change drastically. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. This is a live video. I'm just doing this right now to get you this new information so that you're up to date and you can basically, make wise investments, because these are the kinds of things that will affect Tesla stock price. Same with BYD's deliveries. I'll try and make live videos for you guys on those, on delivery numbers and my opinions on those. Now, I have been investing recently in Tesla because I think that we're going to see a lot of growth in the stock price. Obviously, it's at about half its all-time highs. This is the kind of news where people go, oh, hang on a minute. Actually, Tesla is a force to be reckoned with. Actually, they are the number one manufacturer of electric vehicles in the world. No, it's not BYD. Could be one day, not now though. Unlike what the media seems to be reporting, sort of clickbait headlines when it comes to Tesla, doesn't it? Somebody overtook Tesla. Ignoring the fact that, of course, that's a reference to BYD, who are making plug-in hybrids and full electric cars. Now, as you guys know, I've ordered a BYD. I'm a huge fan of the brand. But let's be honest, let's be fair, let's be objective, and let's not clickbait people into thinking something is the case when it is not. Now, Tesla's 78,000 vehicle deliveries, or their actual production of 78,000 vehicles in June, is preliminary data. We don't know exactly where those cars went to. But we do know that this represents an increase of about 135% over the 33,000 units they sold last year in the same month. So last year, the same month, Tesla delivered 33,000. Now they're at 78,000. And I still think, even though this is a record high, Tesla have never produced this many vehicles in a single month in China. It's a record high, but I still believe they're being constrained by a few different things, part shortages, different issues with the factory getting back to normal after COVID lockdown. So I actually think Tesla's capable of producing around probably 90,000 electric cars per month. And remember, by August the 7th, that will all completely change, at which point Tesla will be able to produce 1.2 million electric cars per year from the factory in China, which really changes the game. It changes in a big way. The reason it changes the game is not just the number, right? It's the technology coming from CATL, the batteries, Tesla's own battery cells, and this new Kirin battery. It's going to change the game completely. Now, that number that Tesla delivered in June was, frankly, I think to everyone, a shock. So even though Tesla's vehicle deliveries were down for the quarter, which was, I have to admit, I was disappointed. I have to say, looking at this, I am encouraged. Now, the CPCA in China did not provide more details on Tesla's numbers, including the number of vehicles actually delivered in China or the number that were actually exported. So we don't know that yet. But that information will be available within a few days. Tesla China reported 22,340 vehicle deliveries in May. 22,000 in May, right? So that's nearly 4 times that figure. Nearly 4 times that figure of last month. Then 9,825 units were delivered in China. However, Tesla's Shanghai plant produced 33,544 vehicles in May in total. That was an increase of 212% from their April month, which was terrible. And Tesla's wholesale sales in China were only 1,500 in April. 1,500 in April. Crazy. Obviously, because of COVID lockdowns. COVID lockdowns just crucified Tesla. However, The plant actually produced 10,757 vehicles in April with 0 vehicles. So we're looking at 10,757, right, in April, May 33,000, June 78,000. I'm going to go with July, probably no bigger than that because they're having to shut down the factory for a little while. I'm going to go with about 70,000. August, I'm going to go with 80,000. September, I'm going to go with 110,000 in September. That's my prediction for the next 3 months. It's not going to be really until the fourth quarter of this year that we're going to really see the true results of what's going on in Shanghai. But really, it's not going to be really probably until about maybe 15 months from now when Tesla's new factory in Shanghai is built, at which point Tesla will be able to just honestly crush people, crush the competition. Not all of it, but the majority of it they're going to crush, because that's 2.4 million run rate per year from one factory in China, where they make approximately 35 to 40% profit per vehicle sold. Now those profits might go down, but even if they go down to 30%, that's still about 3 times higher than the average industry margins. Now Tesla's Shanghai plant stopped production, of course, when the city went into a phased lockdown from March the 28th till April the 19th. But I mean, production didn't really start up again much during April. It was very, very limited. The introduction of China's purchase tax reduction policy. So China's basically panicked because of what they did. They're afraid that they've destroyed their own auto market. They've destroying their own economy because of their COVID lockdowns. It definitely is having a pretty bad effect on their economy. So they've introduced a purchase tax reduction policy. And of course, in combination with relaxation of COVID controls and the introduction of local government policies to promote consumption, such as additional electric car incentives in all different cities all over China, this of course is driving a lot of demand. I mean, for example, of course, as you know, BYD have more than 500,000 pre-orders. Tesla have a lot of pre-orders. We don't know what the number is for Tesla. We do know it takes a long time to get your Tesla vehicle as well, though. New energy vehicle sales of major manufacturers grew at a staggering rate in June, with retail sales of new energy vehicles expected to be around 500,000 for the month, a record high, said the CPCA. I mean, for example, Xpeng hit an all-time high. I think they were about 16,000. NIO, 11,000. Then you've got BYD, 135,000. Of course, about 70,000 of those were fully electric vehicles. The other 65,000 were plug-in hybrids. However, those numbers are just off the charts, insane. Probably even more important than that is the fact that we now have about 10 different automakers in China who all produced more than 10,000 electric cars in the month of June. So more than 10 automakers are selling more electric cars than General Motors and Ford. And most of them, in fact, are actually selling more electric cars than Hyundai and Kia put together. BYD showed incredible growth momentum, and their growth is just not slowing down. It's absolutely spectacular what they're doing, and you know, it's been really fun to report to you guys what's been happening with BYD over the last year as we see this incredible jump up since I started this channel. Just look what's happened with BYD. Just look at the growth. It's absolutely insane. I don't know of anything similar to this. I mean, Tesla's, not far off, but it's just Tesla and BYD's growth over these past 12 months just been absolutely amazing to watch. So BYD's 134,000 units meant that they hit over 100,000 deliveries for 4 straight months, according to figures released by the company on the 3rd of July. That's an increase of 224% from 41,366 a year ago. An increase of 224% from the same month a year ago. And it's up 16.6% from the number they did in May, which was 114,943. So let's just call it 115,000. So what else? Well, personally, if you can, I recommend right now is the perfect time to invest in electric vehicle stocks. Who am I investing in? As you know, BYD, NIO, Xpeng, Tesla. I would invest in CATL, but I can't because I'm not a Chinese citizen, obviously. There's some weird rules around that. But that's not for you Aussies. Not telling you Aussies to do that because I'll get fined It's massively down. It's compressed. Consumer sentiment, where is it? It's in the toilet, right? Consumer sentiment is in the toilet. Why? Because emotion is fickle. That will change. What did BYD say? Be greedy when others are fearful, and be fearful when others are greedy. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments section below. What's your take on these Tesla numbers? 78,000 in a single month, a record for Chinese production. I'm going to go with December. We'll be looking at more like 120,000, potentially even more. What an exciting time to be alive. Boy, are we lucky. Thanks again for subscribing. Remember to click that icon notification bell. Like the video as well. That really helps. Thank you, and bye-bye.